Yo, what's cracking, baby? What's happening out there tonight? We're going to be looking at hole number 7 in the Pro Division. Here we go. All right, so we're going to be looking at what we're going to do in a couple instances with the Thor's Hammer 5 spin, which is 6 top spin. Even though I'm showing a Thor's Hammer 7 here, we're going to be using the 6.5 top spin. I just want to show you a couple of differences between the two. So on this one right here, we're going to use, let's see if this one's, find the little sweet spot right there just a little bit. And on this one right here, it looks like I go 6.5. So 6.5 and 1 top spin. I just wanted to show you a couple of variations here. On this one, it is 6.5, but I've got another one that I want to show you that's 6. We've landed it plenty of times already with 6 top spin and made it over with a Kingmaker. But when you roll out in this position right here, from this position right here, we're going to be using a in-ringer. Now in the in-ringer, right toward the edge there, near the cup, yep, it changes. So we're going to be using max plus 25%. Now, we're going to set it on the strong side, meaning the left side of the pin, because it plays stronger here. I mean, you technically could go max 30%, but we're just going to play it to the strong side just a little bit here and go max plus 25%. 2.8 backspin is where we want to be at.
Perfect shot.
And there you go for that one. On this one, this is the one where we use, I'm pretty sure we use 6 on this one. It's either this one or the next one I'm going to show you. We're going to be looking at 3. So it's going to be 1 left spin. We'll see if I do the 6 here, the 6.5. 2 of them I do 6.5, and one of them I do 6. But what's going to be an important factor here is the angle of the wind. If it's pointing a little bit more towards the hole, you know, it's not as horizontal, it's going to carry a little further, so you got to be careful if you do use 6.5. So right there we hit a great right, but just watch where this lands. Okay, so a perfect or great left, we're going to be fine there. All right, from this position right here, we're going to be back a little bit. We have the option to use in-ringer or the Thor's the Thorn. So if I want to play at the top of the hill, I can, but I'm not going to have enough room. I mean, I don't want to play in that max. I'd rather play a Min Thorn here. So we're going to be using Min plus 10%. It just plays a little stronger here. Approximately 1 backspin. And, you know, this is going to try and come in a little hot, so you got to be careful. It does want to roll out and release just because you've only got 1 backspin. You got to be careful of this. We may soften this up a little bit, but it comes in a little hot, so you got to be careful of that, okay? All right, so let's go on to the last one, which was, all right, so we get the Thor's Hammer 6. So this is where we're going to be using, let's see, 1 left spin and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Yeah, 6.5. Okay, so 6.5 on this one. So this is the one where I want you to see what happens if you roll out too far, what you're going to be faced with. And this is going to be the perfect example. The wind is kicking forward a little bit here instead of directly sideways. Let's see here. It's got a little bit of cant to it. See it? And so it's going to carry it a little further. And we actually missed the rough here, I think. Yep. And so now we've rolled out. So now we're going to be in this position right here. We're like, uh-oh, what do we do? Well, here's what you're going to do. You're going to bring out the end bringer, and you're going to do the end bringer rule. Now, if you haven't seen the end bringer rule, make sure you check that out. It's in one of my vids. So basically, we're just going to max distance here, okay? Right there. So we need to envision where half would be. Half would be somewhere between the rough and the fringe, right in the middle there, right? So where would half of that be? Somewhere near the top of the sand trap in a way. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it down there. We're going to extend this out just a little bit and try and make it to be the end bringer rule from the top down there and roll it. So I'm trying to extend this out as far as I can. And I know I'm a little bit further from the end bringer rule, which is mid plus 10%. Now, in this example right here, I actually still stay with the mid plus 10%, but being where it's landing on the hill, we need to remove that plus 10% and play it just at mid. So be aware of that. But in this example, I did use plus 10% at mid distance. This was part of the live stream. And so be aware of that. See, and it will fall on the right side. Or no, the left side, I'm sorry. It barely goes into the left side, so I pull it too far, right? So that means we've got to take off that plus 10%, okay? Because it's on a hill up there, all right? So just be aware of that when you're up on this hill right here. You're just going to be rolling the ball guide to the hole, okay? And one thing that I didn't do there is I didn't shade it to the right side of the pin like I normally do on the end bringer rule. I wasn't sure how this was going to play. I didn't shade it enough, but so just be aware of that. Even though it's on the edge there, it's going to play just with mid distance if you happen to roll out and get in that position, because that's going to be a little tricky if you're not expecting it. So hopefully these tips have helped you out, and this is your hot tips for hole number 7 in pro from the Iceman.